everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Meredith E. Phillips. I'm a writer, reader, and bunny mama. So one of the things that a lot of people love to do during Nano is reward themselves when they get to a certain point in their project or in the process of the month. Now, obviously, this is completely optional. I have done this in the past. I've not done this in the past. For me, personally, the reward is finishing the project. I don't really need a physical reward to motivate me to keep going. I usually have sort of an internal motivation, but some people really like having something to work toward, and that's totally fine. So today I've got a bunch of ideas for you if you're looking for completely free rewards or rewards that are relatively inexpensive. I've picked things that are all under $5. I know this year has been really hard financially for a lot of people, so maybe if you've done slightly more extravagant rewards in the past, you might not be able to do that this year. So hopefully some of these ideas will sound like a fun thing to add to your reward schedule for yourself. Some people like to give themselves a reward at the end of each week. Other people like to give themselves a reward when they've reached certain word count milestones. One year I did a reward every time I reached a 10,000 word mark, so 10K, 20K, 30K, etc. And I didn't choose anything really extravagant. It was usually like, I'm gonna buy a fancier bag of coffee at the store and things like that. My favorite type of reward, though, that I was able to do the past couple years was the big reward I gave myself at the end for finishing 50K was a new book. My favorite romance author, Mary Balog, used to release her book for the year in November. So I would save that as my reward, and then once I'd finished all the writing, I was able to read her newest release. So that was a really fun thing. She actually ended up releasing her book early this year in August, so I've definitely already purchased and read it, and it was awesome. But that means I can't use that as my sort of big reward. I will probably just buy a bag of discounted Halloween candy at the store the day after Halloween, and that's gonna be about it. But anyway, I've got a whole bunch of things to share with you, so let's go ahead and get into the list. I'll start with the items that should be completely free, and I think these should be free things that are accessible pretty much anywhere in the world. My first idea was to do a book swap with a friend or even somebody in your neighborhood. You can find a book that you really enjoyed and your friend or your neighbor can find a book that they really enjoyed, and you guys can swap books and read each other's books. This is kind of similar to going to the library and checking out a book, but of course this way there's no time limit on how quickly you have to read it. And also if your friend has a book that you specifically are interested in reading, they will have it available for you. The other thing that could be fun to do if you're into puzzles is to do a puzzle swap. I've seen people in our neighborhood Facebook group. We also have a group called Next Door that I think is nationwide, and it's basically just people can sign up and you get dumped in a group with other people in your neighborhood. So I've seen people post on these groups like, hey, I've got a 1,000-piece puzzle that we've already done. Does anyone have another 1,000-piece puzzle that you want to swap? You can then swap, and then you have a new puzzle to complete. Puzzles can be kind of expensive. I feel like they're usually $15 to $20, especially for like the ones with more pieces. So being able to swap that kind of thing with a neighbor is totally free and can be a lot of fun. Then you have a new puzzle to put together. Another free idea could be just going for a walk in your neighborhood and listening to a podcast or some of your favorite music while you're out. The other thing you could do that would be free, similar to going on a walk, would be to go for a drive. Some people hate being in the car and they hate going for drives. They don't get it. Some people really love being in the car and just kind of getting out of town, especially if you're in a suburban area or a city, going somewhere a little bit different, playing whatever music you want at whatever volume you want. That can be a nice fun time. Another free idea, this one is sort of like, okay, I guess it's free, but you sort of have to buy something, but it's stuff you would buy anyway. So I'm counting it as free, but that would be to have a picnic instead of your regular dinner or lunch in your living room, or if it's still decent weather where you are, you could have a picnic outside in your backyard. This could be really fun if you have kids. Kids would love having dinner in the living room, especially if you got little kids. That would be just sort of a fun thing to do with them. You could also make it like a family activity in packing the actual picnic basket and things like that. Another free idea idea that is, I don't know if you're going to want to do this because it does involve writing, and maybe you're going to be worn out with writing, but it would be nice if you enjoy this kind of thing. You could write a letter to a faraway family member or friend. I think all of us enjoy getting a random piece of mail that is not a bill or not an ad. So if you're feeling like you would like to bless somebody with a little personalized card in the mail, you could do that. Another free thing that I recently found, and I haven't had a chance to actually participate in this yet, but I am interested in doing some of these. There are university level courses that MIT and Harvard and other universities have online for free. As extensive as a normal college course catalog is it's these things. It's a ton of different subject matters. So if you're interested in learning Spanish, if you're interested in macroeconomics, if you're interested in biology, whatever you're interested in, they have a ton of courses online for free. They also have writing courses online for free. So if you're interested, I'll link below the sites I've found for these courses. I don't even know if you have to sign up necessarily. You just sort of like open the PDFs and open the information and you can start reading through it and take a college class for free. I think that's pretty cool, especially if you're like me. I did go to college, but I did not take any kind of creative writing courses or fiction writing courses or anything like that. So I am very interested in taking a creative writing course just to kind of see what it's like. This is a great way to do it without spending any money. The last thing that could be a lot of fun, and I know they have it in the US. I'm interested if you know, if you're in another country, let me know if they have this where you are, but it's called geocaching, and basically people go out into the woods and like other places and they hide boxes. Usually they're like a smallish box that will survive being out in the open for extended periods of time, and then they post the coordinates for where they've left it on a website. I'll link the website for geocaching below, and then you can take your phone with its GPS and you can go find these boxes that have been placed in all of these like random locations. You could take a friend or take a family member, head on out. It could be a really exciting thing to go do. I think especially, again, like if you have kids, this would be a really fun family outing to do, especially in November. And if you're up north, it might be a little chilly to be out there for too long, but like here in Texas, we're still in the 80s, and so in November it'll be a little chillier, but it'll still be fine to go out and go run around for a couple hours. Let me know if you've done this before. I've never done it, but I would like to. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. And let me know, especially if you're not in the US, let me know if you have this in your country. I imagine you would. It's not like a special US thing. Yeah, let me know what is available in your country for geocaching. Okay, so maybe you've got a little extra discretionary spending money available to you and you'd like to buy something relatively small to reward yourself with at the end of Nano, or maybe at certain points within the Nano process. So these ideas should be all under $5. So the first thing you might want to purchase is something to pamper yourself a little bit with. If you go to Target or a drugstore or somewhere like that, they've got bath bombs. You can get the face mask things, not like the annoying face masks that we all have to wear now, but like a calming face mask to improve your skin. You could get something like that. If you really like things like nail polish, a lot of nail polishes are under $5. So you can pick up something like that, go home and sort of treat yourself to an afternoon of pampering. The other thing that I think everyone should take advantage of because it's delicious is Halloween candy. And we all know that November 1st is the best day to buy Halloween candy because it's all on sale. So you can almost certainly find bags of candy for under $5 if you already don't have a lot of candy from Halloween, but I don't have kids, so there's not like candy in the house from that, so I need to buy my own candy because it would be also weird if I went trick-or-treating. Anyway, this is probably the one that I'm gonna do because I love candy. If you're not particularly into Halloween candy, you might be into ice cream. And if you're like me, I'm such a frugal type of person. I can't stand buying like the Ben & Jerry's or the Haagen-Dazs that's like a pint and they're like $7, where I could buy like 2 half-gallon ice creams for like the same price. Like I can't do it. But if I'm rewarding myself, if they're on sale, a lot of times those smaller pints that are really good ice cream are under $5. So you might want to pick up one of those for yourself. Another idea that would be probably under $5 is to purchase a book for yourself on your e-reader. Some books for your e-reader are going to be more than $5, but a lot of them are $5 and under. There's a lot of times you can find deals where they're 99 cents or $1.99 or something like that. So take a look at books you're interested in reading and find one that is under $5. The final idea I have for you that should be under $5 is to have a family movie night, or a movie night maybe with your significant other, or just a movie night by yourself, because that can be awesome too. If you already subscribe to streaming services like Netflix or Amazon Prime, you can of course rent a movie through that. You can go to a Redbox. I know they have those here in the US. I don't know if that's an international thing or not. You can get a movie on a lot of different platforms for relatively inexpensive, and then you are not going to make microwave popcorn, because that stuff does not taste very good. And you might think it tastes good. If that's all you've ever had, you're gonna be like, oh, microwave popcorn is the best. No, it's not. Stovetop popcorn is where it's at. Get stovetop popcorn. It comes in a bag that lasts forever, and it's way less expensive than a box of microwave popcorn that does not last forever. It's real easy to make stovetop popcorn, and it's so much better tasting. It doesn't have all the like chemicals and weird stuff that's in microwave popcorn. You can put real butter on it, which is way better than fake butter. It's delicious. Definitely try that if you haven't. So those are the reward ideas I have for you. If you've done Nano, or if you've been thinking about how you want to reward yourself after reaching certain points in the Nano process, let us know in the comments. I'd love to know if you have other ideas for free things or really inexpensive things that can be a lot of fun. Please let us know down below. There is also almost always over on the NaNoWriMo forums, somebody always starts a thread of Nano reward ideas. So I'll try to find that if it's been created yet and link it below. So if you want even more ideas from other people, you can just click on that and take a look. Some people really go all out. I've seen some people in the past where they're like, I'm gonna book myself a day at the spa. And I'm like, I don't know if you did anything that spectacular, but maybe. I've never done anything quite that expensive, but if that's what you want to do for yourself, go for it. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in other Preptober or Nano themed videos, I have a playlist up here of the videos I've created thus far, and I will be adding to it through the rest of this month, and then of course into November as we actually get started with NaNoWriMo. If you want to make sure you see my videos as soon as they're posted, go ahead and click the subscribe button and they'll pop up in your subscriptions box. I post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. You can also find me over on Instagram at Meredith Phillips Writes. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. This is a really weird, I'm not explaining this well. We're gonna start the video over. How about that?